What's good, y'all? Dr.Trehunna. What we're going to talk about is what gets you fatter, carbs or fat, and what are the worst type of carbs along with the worst type of fats. That way you can have both of these things and make sure that you're still on pace to hit your goal weight.
Hey guys,
My name's Michelle.
Anita,
Sarah.
Juliet,
Peyton.
Talia,
Jazz.
Marquita,
I'm a physique.
Zeke,
Product.
Period. You love to see.
There is two different camps. You hear people that say fat is bad because back in the day there was an American physiologist by the name of Ansel Keys. What he promoted was fat is bad. And the main reason why he said that was because he did a 7-country study. And in this study, he showed that the people that's in these European countries have less incidences of heart disease. Majority of these countries happen to eat less meat. Therefore, he demonized meat and he said saturated fats are bad. That came into America and they created the food pyramid and now we demonize fat. That's why in the 70s to the 2000s, you've seen a lot of fat-free products. That's because they was demonizing fat. But believe it or not, that is not the issue. But now if you grew up in my generation, you heard a lot of Atkins and keto diets, right? And now everybody thinks that in order for you to lose weight, you need to do keto, which means they're now demonizing carbs. One thing you're going to also learn is carbs is not the issue. It's the quality of the carb that is the issue. A lot of people don't know vegetables are actually carbs. Yes, so if you didn't know that now you know. An onion is a carb, a broccoli is a carb, a strawberry is a carb, a blueberry is a carb. But you just categorize vegetables as vegetables, but they're still carbs. They're just better quality carbs and they come with fiber. A lot of people when they join in or trying to start keto, they're cutting out carbs, yes, but what type of carbs are they cutting out? Doritos, Cheetos, cookies, baked goods, cupcakes, etc. These are bad quality carbs, and the main reason why is they are voided of fiber and they have a lot of sugar in it. These are empty calories. You can just keep digging, keep digging, keep digging, and that's why when you're eating a pint of ice cream in front of a TV, what happens? You probably scrape the bottom faster than you think. You're not stuffed, you're not satiated as if you ate 3 chicken breasts back to back to back. And the main reason why is because your body's not picking up the signal that, hey, this person is actually eating. Now you know why people say fat is bad, and now you know why people say carbs is bad. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to adhere to a diet that is sustainable for you. I have a lot of clients who try keto and they say, hey, I lost 40 to 50 pounds, but I gained it all back. You know why they gained it all back? Keto wasn't sustainable for them. They reverted back to their old ways. Because they reverted back to their old ways, the weight that they lost, they're gonna gain it right back. That's kind of like you going back to your ex. He claims that he's not gonna do that now. Why would you believe him when his track record shows that he's gonna do that? Same thing applies with food. So if you revert back to your old habits, after you lost your 10, your little 15, your 20, your little 40 pounds, and now you're feeling yourself, so now you think, oh, I got room for a little bit of ice cream or a little bit of cheesecake, and you continuously choose to do that, you're gonna gain the weight right back. See, fat is not the issue. Carbs is not the issue. It's about can you find something that you're able to sustain for X amount of time. It got to be a lifestyle change. Which one gets you fatter? Carbs or fat? I'ma say neither. It's about you over consuming carbs or fat. That is the issue. And here's the problem nowadays. Because we live in America, we actually mix carbs with fat. But there's nothing in nature that naturally has a lot of carbs in it and a lot of fat. But because we can create things today, in this generation, cookies have a lot of carbs and fat in it. Cheesecake got a lot of carbs and fat in it. Your sweet potato has a lot of carbs in it, but you was taught to put butter in the sweet potato. That's adding the fat. It's your combinations of you having both. That's what gets you fat. Okay, well, Trey, what can I do in order for me to lose weight? Should I cut out the carbs or fat? What I'm gonna say is have better quality carbs, more green vegetables, or actually carbs that's coming from the actual ground that is not starches. Starches are fries or potatoes or corn or bread or rice. And you probably heard all your life, brown rice is better than white rice, but they're both rice. They're still gonna kind of do the exact same thing. If this was school, if brown rice is 100%, white rice is 97%. At the end of the day, you both got an A. Just like for sweet potatoes and potatoes, we was all taught that sweet potatoes is better than white potatoes. Did they lie? No, it is better. But at the end of the day, if sweet potatoes got about 23 grams of carbs, And white potatoes got 33 grams of carbs. This white potato, I'm telling my body to store more than this sweet potato. That's the difference between what? A 90% and 100%. You both got an A. So a potato is a potato. So I never want you to classify foods as good or bad. It's about what your goal is. If your goal is to gain weight, then you want more higher glycemic or more starchy carbs. If your goal is to lose weight, you need to take away the starchy carbs. Have less rice, swap it over to the potato. Now, if the scale's still not dropping, take away the potato, start incorporating more green vegetables. If you do it like that, you're gonna find a diet that's sustainable for you. And here's the thing, you only got to do this, if not 5 to 6 days out the week. 1 day out the week, you can live your life. Just don't make it 2 days out the week. What a lot of people do, they try to eat as if they're at their goal weight, yet they hate how they look in the mirror. So once you get to your goal weight, you can have potatoes every single day. Because if potatoes not the issue, you're counteracting what your goal is at the time, which is to lose weight. But if you was trying to gain weight and I was your nutritionist, guess what I'll tell you to have? Potatoes, rice, beans, corn, bread, your nature's own honey wheat, etc. Because now your goal is different from what it is now. So the worst types of fat, just in general, is gonna be on average saturated fats. Especially if you're somebody who's trying to be on this earth as long as possible, because these saturated fats can impair your insulin sensitivity, which means that you're gonna be a little bit more insulin resistant if you overconsume saturated fat. Saturated fats happen to be butter, fried foods, French fries, baked goods, coconut oil, etc. So coconut oil is not bad if you be mindful of it. But if you're having coconut oil to make your fried chicken, that's two totally different things. Rule of thumb, 20% of your fat should come from saturated fats. Nothing higher than that. If you eat 100 grams of fat because you're on a ketogenic diet, then you want max 20 grams of saturated fat out of that 100. Okay? So saturated fats are the worst types of fats, but it's good in moderation. When it comes to carbs, the worst type of carbs are processed carbs, things that come in a bag, box, or barcode. So does that mean I can never have my Nick's ice cream ever again? Yes, white boy Nick's ice cream near me. I want you to Google that. This is low carb ice cream. No, but I know better not to have it every single day if my goal is to gain weight, because ultimately it's still processed. It still came in a bag, box, or pipe per se. Okay, so I need to be a little bit more mindful with this than if I chose to have a cup full of strawberries and blueberries and add some sugar-free whipped cream to it. Why? Because this comes from the earth, this is how it was naturally prepared, and this was a concoction made by Dexter's laboratory. When it comes to carbs, the best quality carbs are the ones that come from the earth naturally like that. You want to have less processed carbs. When you really pay attention to people who's overweight or obese, they never just have carbs by itself. You're never gonna see somebody who just have jelly beans or Skittles or rice by itself. These are the people that's putting butter inside their rice. These are the people that's having the fried chicken along with the Coke with the fries. Now you're having a high glycemic carb coming from the Coke, and your fried chicken we already spoke about is saturated fat, but then you're having fries that's getting deep fried and saturated fat, but fries come from potatoes that is what? A high glycemic starch. Make sense? Ironically, guess what the most consumed vegetable in America is? Potatoes. Coming from what? French fries. Hopefully y'all learned something today. The worst type of fats is saturated fats, but you can have them in moderation, but have a little bit more olive oil, avocado oil. Avocado oil is the absolute best oil to cook with. Also, you can have almond oil or flaxseed oil, walnuts, things like that. But also the best type of carbs is ones that come from the earth. Less processed foods. If you want to lose weight, if you want to lose ultimately almost a half a pound to a pound every single day, go 3 to 4 days without nothing man-made. That means your Doritos. That means your Pop-Tarts. That means your little hoagie roll from Subway. Go 3 days without eating nothing that was created by man and see what happens to the scale. I guarantee you, not only are you gonna feel better, you're gonna have more energy, but you're also gonna see the scale drop, which means you're more motivated, and now you're gonna be snatched up sooner or later. That's your reset tip of the day. That's gonna help you stay snatched all the time. Know the summertime. Talk to you soon.